Dead Rails is a survival Roblox game where you have to survive on a train and get to Mexico while getting hunted down by zombies, werewolves, vampires, and you kept on dying to these people, and that's how you stumbled upon this video. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to actually play Dead Rails and win almost 100% of the time. Now, first off, classes exist in the game, but for this video, I'm not going to be using any classes. But if you want to use classes, I would recommend Cowboy, High Roller, and Conductor. But the Conductor class is only for people that are experienced in soloing the game. The rest of the classes have a 100% chance of winning. Now, as usual, when you start the game, you have a yellow marker that points to the trading post where you have to take the gold and sell it to get 50 bucks. Now, some people might just buy 2 coal and then grab the 3 newspapers at the daily news stand, which is not really a bad move, but I think it is pointless because now your survivability is a bit too low. Instead, I would recommend you to buy at least 1 revolver and 1 stack of ammo. And then go ahead and purchase 1 coal, and this is also where your sack comes into play. The sack is the most important item in Dead Rails because you can use it to store multiple items. Now that you have all your starter items, it is time to set up your train. Now you can use these newspapers to block certain parts of your train. However, after multiple solo runs, I found this to be pretty much a pointless move. There's not a lot of mobs that can hit you on a moving train other than outlaws. And even if you do encounter outlaws, you can just kill them off with your pistol even if you miss a few bullets, as each of the outlaws can be sold for 35 bucks. While you're on your way to the next town, you also need to loot every house that you can find, so then you can use the zombies and the furniture inside as fuel for your train. And if you have too many items, you can hold the item next to the train and press the Z button to weld it to the train. And while you're farming houses on the way, you might stumble upon melee weapons like the tomahawk. And if for whatever reason you don't like your tomahawk being on the 4th hotbar, you can just open your bag and switch their positions. Now, if you want to open your bag the fastest way possible, you have to use your UI navigation key. By default, it should be the slash key right below the backspace key. By pressing the backslash and the enter key, you can open your bag instantly. During the nighttime, there are 3 types of moons that you should look out for. The new moon, which is the easiest one to tackle because it only spawns fast zombies. You can just use a pistol or a rifle to tackle this night, or you can just skip it altogether. While my personal favorite night is the blood night. Although it's supposed to be nighttime, the vision you have during the blood night is almost the same as during the daytime. To top it off, the vampires that spawn at night are slower than you and almost as stupid. So don't be afraid of them and just head out and kill all the vampires that you see, because they will make you some good money. Now, the worst night you can encounter is a full moon night. These hunks are pretty much the tankiest non-boss unit in the game. If you have a revolver and you're trying to shoot these guys, you're better off dying. So I always try to avoid this night unless it's in a safe zone. Now, in your first town, if you stumble upon a lot of zombies near the platform, you can just drag them out a few meters away and they'll get stuck there. After they're stuck there, you only need a few bullets to clear out the town, so you can just safely loot the churches and the banks. And if you don't know how to open a bank vault fast, just look at the number and drag them up to the arrow on top. Now, the only time I want you to armor up the train is after the first town or the second town. With this, when you reach your first 10,000 mark, you should have a lot of money. Just enough to buy a rifle and some bullets, because rifle is the most useful weapon in the game. And if you don't have a rifle by the first 10,000 mark, then you did something wrong. Other than the rifle, you can also purchase some snake oils and some coal if the general store has any. You can also purchase bandages if you're not a solo player, or just skip them and buy snake oil if you're a solo player. Once that's done, you can now start moving to the next base. After a few thousand meters in, you find your second town. But now you don't have to be afraid of the zombies, so you can just kill them all from a safe distance. And this time, you shouldn't be leaving until after every house has been searched and looted. Once you're sure you have looted enough items, you can start heading on to the next base. And also, don't forget to hunt down any outlaws you see on the way. And make sure to take one of their horses, because horses are pretty good in saving time. And also, do know that outlaws can only be sold at the sheriff's office. Now that you've made so much money, it's time to stack up on ammos, which you might or might not even have any use for. But it is necessary to stack up on a lot of snake oil. With the remaining cash, you need to save up to stack up on coal or to buy armors like helmet and a chest plate. From here on out, your only goal is to keep moving forward until you find a town that sells coal. Or you can stop by the Tesla Lab or the Fort of Constitution or the Vampire Castle. I do recommend the Tesla Lab because you can sell Tesla's brain for 250 bucks. Once you have found a base that sells coal, you need to stack up on coal. For every 2.5 coal, the train will travel 10,000 meters. However, if you're a conductor, it's more like 2 coal per 10,000 meters. From here on out, it's entirely up to you if you want to take your time and loot every town you see, but that is gonna take a lot of time. Now, after you have traveled at least to the 7th base, you need to make sure that you move out during 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Because if you move out in the morning, you might reach there during nighttime and you might have to face 2 different hordes in the same time. And lastly, when you're just about to reach the fort, you need to wait a few meters away That way you can shoot and kill every outlaw before you even enter their fort. Once you do enter, you can start clearing out the houses because they contain a lot of bonds. And then after you lower the breach, you need to immediately head out of the fort and kill every mob that is spawning near the fort. The only reason people lose this is because they let the mobs stack up. Now you can shoot the mobs on top of the fort, but they don't die in one shot, so you're gonna be wasting a lot of bullets and they're gonna be spawning faster than you can kill them. After that, you just wait for the bridge to lower down, and if it is nighttime, you can stand on top of the bridge, which makes it glitch out and the mobs are unable to attack you. With this, you have escaped to Mexico and you get 10 free bonds for winning the game. Now, if you think that this guide helped you, please like, share, subscribe, and join my Discord, and I'll see you in the next video.